Hey, with the jacks of all trades, wouldn't be right if we didn't start out getting burritos with the safety meeting at about 6:30 in the
Been
morning.
here with the jacks of all trades standing in our showroom of our shop getting ready for our safety meeting. We have a crazy Friday planned. We have concrete pouring. We got a roof. Hopefully we'll be finishing today. We got some electrical trim going on. We got flooring going on today. At least one paint project going on today. And I thought I'd walk you guys through and show you some of the stuff we have going on. First things first though, we have a safety meeting. So I'm going to get in here and get these guys their burritos and get this safety meeting done. And then we'll go from there. Have fun, guys. First stop of the morning is at the electrical supply house. We got to get the parts for a full trim out on an addition we built, and then we also got to get the splice kits to fix the wires in the wall at a project we'll be doing later. Let's go check it out. We're getting close to pulling up on this next job site, which is an addition that we built. We worked with this guy for probably 8 months because we had to get it to a certain budget. And as we know, building in the beginning of 2022 and 2021 was not the cheapest thing in the world. We really did have to maneuver this thing and arrange it it's a mother-in-law unit. So from being a freestanding building to coming up with a plan that would fit within his budget and still allow us to build what they wanted. And we poured the foundations. We did all the dirt work. We had to upgrade the septic. I got a couple of videos posted on there. Mother-in-law suite construction. I think we have 4 parts up right now. It's almost done. That's the one we're doing the electrical plugs. We just finished paint on it yesterday. We're doing electrical plugs. But you can check out those other videos if you want to see some of the progress stuff. All right, we just pulled up on this addition that we're building. Josh is inside cutting out can lights already. We're going to bring in the trim and give you guys a little sneak peek of what's going on. You'll be the first ones to see this place since it's been painted. Let's go check it out. Nice, dude. What's up, Josh? Dude, it is looking sweet. That blue wall was a really good call by the homeowner.
You hit my backside of here. So I didn't realize what lights we were getting, but figured it out.
They're cans. It didn't come through.
Okay. I just needed to make sure you didn't need me to move this way.
No, those lights will work around that. We just pull the screws out, we're good. I got them all in the car, so.
I just need to know where my wires are.
The wire is going to be on this side of the stud. I followed that stud or that truss all the way down. So it's all going to be just like this one is right here, where the wires on the truss, they're going to follow that same truss all the way down.
Let's take a quick little tour as we come through the kitchen here, look down the living room. Man, that wall turned out nice. Let's come down the hallway. You can see the laundry room here. It'll be a gas tankless hot water tank, utility sink, basic laundry room. Pretty simple bathroom. Here's the master bedroom and the sewing room. Notice we have mini splits in every room for AC and heat. All right, Josh and I here are getting some electrical trim laid out, some plugs and switches. He's getting those cans all cut in. This whole place is about 1,182 square feet, not including the deck, and it's technically an addition because it's attached to the garage by 9 feet of hallway there at the end of the pantry. You can see the trim is already on, so we're going to use a Kraus luxury vinyl plank that's flexible and a glue down. It should work out pretty well.
All right, so it's just about 10 o'clock in the morning. We got most of the switches done in there, most of the cans cut in and put in. Now we're heading off to the roofers. Need some more metal or something to finish the roof. So we're going to pop in and see the roofers real quick and make sure that Western down in Yakima has them. And we're going to run down to Yakima as fast as we possibly can to get the ridge metal so we can finish up this roof job today. And then try to make it in time to catch them pouring some concrete in Cleellum at noon. That's going to be a tough one. I'm sure we'll catch them pouring some of it, but we might miss the truck. That's okay. All right, we just made our second stop of the day. We needed some ridge metal to work here, so we got some Kodiak brown ridge metal sticking out 5 feet in Yakima. Now we're gonna beat feet back to Ellensburg. All right, we're here at the second job site where we're completing this roof back here behind me. You can see this is where we were getting the metal for. All right, so we're almost done with this roof. We downsized these really old skylights. Put in these new ones. Come up here. Gotta love a good solar tube, huh? These guys put this whole thing on this morning. There was only like one square on yesterday. And converting it because he didn't want to do the metal. We actually did the garage roof over there last week. Almost done with the porch. Yeah, so the second job, these guys have almost killed this whole roof today. It's pretty amazing that they got it done that fast. Jacks are good at what they do. All right, let's head off and go check out the concrete. All right, we're here back in Cleon at this house where we did the roofing, siding, and paint on not too long ago. And the concrete's here. Let's go check it out. How you doing there, Adam? Did you eat lunch first?
Lunch.
I told you to go to the bathroom, eat lunch, do all that stuff first.
I mean, I ate. Perfect timing on Eric. To know when it's done.
He just got off lunch. How you doing there? Okay, so here we are inside on this place that Eric just finished painting. When we got here, there had been another contractor that had done some drywall. Didn't do a very good job. It had 8 screws per sheet, so we completely redid all of the drywall, redid all the mud, and we got all this paint done in here. Next, we're gonna install all of this pergo flooring throughout the whole place. It's a pretty great little gig. I really like this feature. So they left the old trusses up here. Well, rafters almost, and when they're all done, they're going to be like the old school original look. Give it that really nice dining room look coming in here. Well, as you can see, the boys got this roof all done. They got the new skylights put in. They got the new solar tube put in. They got the chimney painted all nice and black. That weird little peak roof thing all painted nice and black. No more ugly green metal to deal with here. Homeowners super happy. I think it turned out really great. Let's go inside and check out the underneath side of the skylights. You can see the cedar that we had to put in, as the old skylights were much bigger than the ones we put in. And check out the bottom of the solar tube, because who doesn't like looking at a nice skylight?
All right, this is what it looked like before we got started here. And as you can see, they got a nice 30-year comp roof on there. We got those 3 new skylights that put in, a new solar tube. We got that chimney painted all black to make it look nice. It looks way better than that old blue metal. Inside here is the underneath of the skylights. We downsized with some cedar framing. And then inside here, here's that solar tube. It turned out pretty great. I love these kind of solar tubes because they're so bright, they almost look like a can light.
And I thought I'd take a minute and just tell you guys a little bit of history of our company and where we came from, and just kind of what happened. So as of this month, it's October 2022. We have been in business exactly 12 years. I renewed my general contractor's license 11 times. We started out in foreclosures in 2010, working on abandoned and foreclosed homes. It's a pretty lucrative thing back then. Houses were popping off, and I was an electrician that got laid off, was working as an apartment complex manager. And then I answered an ad on Craigslist. I thought I was looking to be maintenance for some property management company or something. And turned out it was a property preservation company. And so I got to hook up with these guys. Started my company doing that for a little bit, did some local work for a local property management company, removing some trees to get enough money to get my my general contractor's license. I already had my electrician's residential journeyman is what they called it at the time. Now they just call it residential specialty. And so I started running all over the state doing different property preservation stuff or whatever. Fast forward about a year, and we started having so much work because I was pretty diligent with my work ethic, getting things on time. We had 3 kids at the time, I think. And So my wife and I would travel. My wife would travel with me everywhere we went, and we would mow lawns, fix houses, winterize houses, or whatever. And it got to be where I had so much work that I had to start bringing on subcontractors, and we did that. And then I started calling my friends from high school and stuff, like, to come and give us a hand. Really, I had a bunch of guys when we were all in high school, the guys we used to hang out with, were all the kids you weren't supposed to play with, right? We all went out in the trade. Some of us went out. I went out and became an electrician and a framer. I did roofing. My brother went out and became a master painter. I mean, he's our lead painter. Eric, he went out and I think he did landscaping for a while. He has a background. His dad owns a cabinet shop, so he grew up in a cabinet shop doing finish work. And then he went out and did framing and construction for about 15 years or so. We were all 10 to 15 years. I think Scott went out and he learned how to do all things floor, and now he's the carpet whisperer. So a lot of these guys from my high school, and there's been a bunch of others over the years that have worked for me and came and gone. And we were doing the foreclosure thing. They all were independent contractors working their thing. And then as the work started to fall apart, I was really praying about it. And I felt like I was being told that I needed to start a regular division working for customers, which I never wanted to do. I never wanted to be a contractor that worked for customers. It was 2015. I had to have my website completely done. I had a really good friend that was out of work and needed a job, and he was a maintenance guy, and that was kind of my background. And so we were able to bring on him as an employee to help me start that section. And then we brought in my brother too. He switched from property preservation and went back into painting, which is pretty great because he's an amazing painter. So we started painting houses and doing, handyman style projects, fixing some decks and doing that stuff. I had all the other guys still traveling. At one point with the mortgage field service stuff, we were doing 17 states. I had Eric, he was never home. He lived in a hotel for like 2.5 years. But as the banks and the market started to get better, they stopped paying. And so as they stopped paying, we had to convert what we were doing. So I'd done a little bit of work here and there for some local realtors and stuff. And so as we built our website and really started pushing our stuff, our marketing really started to take off. And before I knew it, we weren't doing any bank stuff at all. We were down to just a few guys in the office. We used to have like 25 office employees. We were down just a couple people in the office, but we had 8 guys out in the field that all were masters of what they did. And here we are, 12 years into this thing, and we're building new construction, commercial, residential. I'm a licensed electrical contractor, so we're wiring stuff all over the place. So we move all throughout all these different circles. We have a full drafting and design team working in construction. We call it a sister company, but we have our City Loop division, LOUPE, that does like general consulting, plan review for the cities and counties and jurisdictions. That also does plan design for houses. So we draw all of our own blueprints in-house, and in conjunction with a gentleman that I had met over the years that's super great, Robert. He's been helping us do this for a long time. And so, we have this crazy stuff. So that's where the Jacks of all trades began. I remember our first little deal that we did, our first little advertisement was a guy that was about to smash his thumb, a cartoon guy that was about to smash his thumb. I'll try to clip a link in here if I can find a picture of it. It was on the back of our business guy, and it said, "Stop, don't be that guy," because we didn't know if he was going to smash his thumb or actually hit the nail. And then, the Jacks of all trades really came because that's what we're doing. We are Jacks. The saying always is, Jacks of all trades, master of none. But really the saying is Jacks of all trades, master of one. And that is true. But I have 5 different guys that are master of one. And that's what makes us a unique and a special company. That's what makes us different than everybody else. All right, here we are at the end of the day. It's been a long day. We started at 5 o'clock this morning doing bids, getting some estimates sent out, all the way into the safety meeting, getting burritos, to all the way till now with the concrete, the roof. We didn't get back and get the rest of the trim put in at the addition, but that's all right. We'll get that trim put in on Monday, along with a new project. We're starting putting a bunch of pipe in the ground. The guys over the weekend are going to get the floor done at the addition. So, it was a pretty productive day. It's a pretty average day in the day of the Jacks of all trades. If you guys like what you saw today, you can follow us. We try to post educational videos with the Ask the Jacks and some helpful videos and some fun stuff too, because really we spend a lot of time cracking jokes and having a good time as a company. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this all the way through. Have a blessed evening.